Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, where these fans have been getting prepared to cheer on a whole pack of Badgers since early in the morning. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on a team from the Big 10, the Wisconsin Badgers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Arizona will boot it away to start this one. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense is on the field for the first time today. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Now the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevel to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to hand the football off a lot, and you're going to be a play-action team and pick and choose your spots, but it won't be an offense with Wisconsin that it's opening up. It's throwing the football 30, 40 times a game.
Got it behind the line. It's Malusi. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Loses one. Second down coming up.
And here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Van Dyke. Quick strike complete. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact.
Brings up third down.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. Third and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
The Badgers will punt it away on fourth down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So the Arizona Wildcats offense will take the field for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do. And you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much they'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll leave it with the lone back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Fafita. Quickly complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The Wildcats have this offense rolling. Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Now on 2nd and short after that pickup. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Arizona going back to work with another first down. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass, it's Fafita. They've got the screen set up. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. And he just got the on-Wisconsin call and went on into the backfield to pick up the sack.
Yeah, jumping around on quarterbacks in the backfield. Really good job getting upfield, playing aggressive, playing like their hair's on fire. Wisconsin linebackers do that year after year.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Burnett. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. With the catch, it's Conley. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs. The offense set for a first down play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got him downfield. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Badgers want to move quickly. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to move it through the air. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. The give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it set up on the outside. How about the pursuit from the defense on this play to run him out of bounds short of the sticks?
Get to the football. That is your job. Listen, we play defense, Reese, because we're not very smart, okay? See ball, get ball. Nice job seeing the football thrown to the running back in the flats. Go get him. He runs out of room, runs out of bounds.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Looking for a crease, it's Conley. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it to the right here. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down line.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Malusi. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit. Finding that guy that can be a complement to the run game, that's what you want with a great Wisconsin offense.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Now on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
No, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
A 3rd and long coming up here. To the air. It's Van Dyke. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the 1st down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pauly. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterback. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they jump on top. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's involved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm.
Time to take a shot. And he reels it in inside the 30. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Arizona in a hurry. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Fafita. Got his man in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And the Wildcats will keep this drive going.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide out in motion. Give to the back. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Arizona lines up with a first and goal. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
Splits the uprights.
Kick is good.
So a drive there of 82 yards, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They go to the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Van Dyke. Makes the grab over the middle. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Sort of getting in touch with their inner James White, Melvin Gordon, or Jonathan Taylor to pick up another first down.
I mean, it's just crazy the list of guys they've had play here in the Wisconsin tradition, and it continues, right? Everybody who's here, you're going to be featured. You're going to get touches. So, hey, recruits, you want to carry the football a lot? Come to Wisconsin.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
The Badgers will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The give to the tailback. He breaks a tackle. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Fafita. They're working that left side. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He's going to pass. Quick completion on the out route. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Arizona comes out with another 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Makes the catch. It's Conlon. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Man, this quarterback is having a 1st half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. And back to the air on 2nd down. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown.
Wisconsin, set.
The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Van Dyke. Gets it out fast.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, looking again to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Anthony. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's head back to a great scene there in Camp Randall.
And the Badgers will kick it away to crank up the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Going up top on first down. He looks that one in nicely. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He'll do it himself. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. But the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like
brings it in down the left side. All kinds of running room. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Looking for a productive play on first down. Gonna run it. It's Malusi. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Van Dyke. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance, and Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck the football, but more importantly, what do you got to do, Reese? You got to take care of the football. Play action, make those plays, but don't put the ball in harm's way.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. The give to the back. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
Next up, 3rd down coming up.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Anthony. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rates and revolutions on that one.
You want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
The give out of the gun. They stripped it out.
Yeah, the receiver's got to do a better job in ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels. This offense has a second down play. They'll go to the ground. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Back to pass, it's Fafita. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Arizona runs out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Anthony. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Hand off from the shotgun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast. You can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give from the gun. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for space. It's Conley. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Arizona has the offense humming, set up with another first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Patterson. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the ground game. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Fires left. It's caught. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Lets it fly. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Wildcats! And that one will give them the lead. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Just about set to kick it away. Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Van Dyke. Using the quick game. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Escapes trouble. He's going to run it. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out on the field, because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive, and he does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package, now setting up 4th and long.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through it.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Number 5.
Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Fast motion from the offense. Looking downfield, it's Van Dyke. Working the middle, it's complete. Tackled immediately after the catch.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Now looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 26. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, the good news is you got the 1st down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
They're getting this guy lathered up. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Snap it to the back. The Badgers pick up the first down.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down, no matter what. If I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw, it's Van Dyke. Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Quickly complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
The Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They're setting up the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. And the Badgers have taken it inside the 20. He'll just keep slinging it. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Dropping back, it's Van Dyke. He's got it.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Badger. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. At the 35, he's open. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Might as well give it to him again. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Out of the gun to give to the back. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Unloads to the right. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
That play is going to drive the head coach absolutely crazy. You've got the lead. Why are you going out of bounds? Just get down, lead the clock. The clock right now is your friend.
They move the tight end all over. Looking for room, it's Conley. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And when the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.